Jake the Film Guy, Microbudgeter.com. And in this video, we're going to talk about 10 quick tips for using Facebook ads for your video.
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring.
Simon Sinek, I'm not really sure how you say his name. He always says you want to start with why. Why should you be using Facebook ads? Here's a big why. Every movie that Hollywood pumps out spends just as much on marketing their movie as they do on the movie itself. Meaning whatever a film costs, they will spend that much and sometimes more on marketing the film, which is why they often say that a film has to earn back 2 times its production costs just to even break even. Again, sometimes more, especially when you have big tentpole films like the Avengers movies. So it behooves us to actually learn a little bit about marketing. Facebook ads are still reasonably priced, according to Gary Vaynerchuk. So we might as well get in on it while it lasts and go for the video views option. To that end, that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, make sure you use the split test option. Even if you're just split testing audiences, it could be as simple as guys versus gals. Next, I would make sure that you have the correct credit card on file. A quick example of that would be if you are doing something for your side hustle, but also for the W-2 job that you hold down, you want to make sure that your W-2 job's credit card isn't getting charged for your side hustle's ads. Savvy? Next tip, I would make sure that you're using ads under your page account, not your personal account. When you go to the manager, you will see that those 2 options exist. Don't do it through your personal account. I would also, after you have set up your ad, I would make sure you monitor it like a hawk. That's tip number 5. Facebook will gladly accept your money. They would love for you to blow your money. It is a labyrinth, no different than a Vegas casino. It's designed to keep you trapped, so you got to stay on top of your ads. Be vigilant. Tip number 6, using the bid cap strategy, start with a penny. You can always increase your auction, but I would start with the penny and go from there if you're not seeing any data coming your way. Tip number 7, I highly encourage you to keep your videos under 15 seconds. I'll explain more on that in the blog. Tip number 8, you want to make sure that you bake the subtitles into your video. Don't rely on Facebook's closed captioning system. Include them, embed them in your video, especially with a program like Adobe Premiere Pro. It's easy to create captions. And if it's under 15 seconds, it won't take you long to make those captions. Which leads me to tip number 9. You want to make sure that all text in your video is under 20% of your image. I can phrase that a little more clearly. You want to make sure that any text that appears in each image of your video, after all, moving pictures, don't make up more than 20% of the actual frame. Otherwise, Facebook's going to ding you and they'll take your video down. That's never good. Last but not least, you want to make sure that you are starting much earlier than you need that video ad to run. Whether it's for a short film to get more eyeballs on your short film, or you're doing an ad for your organization, doesn't matter. You want to start earlier because you can always pause the campaign, you can pause the ad, but if you wait too long, well, then your ad might not be running in time. Facebook will probably spit a couple of things back at you. It happens. So you want to catch these things early on. 2019 has been a wake-up call for me to use what I have been given for the glory of God and the glory of God alone. If you are a follower of Jesus, I encourage you to do the same, to be a champion of the light of the world. After all, the kingdom of darkness knows that its time is drawing short, so it is ramping up its efforts, especially as you can tell with the content that's being released these days and the availability of garbage that we can consume. I highly recommend that you continue to lean into the King of Kings, partner with him in telling stories that are going to point to him, the one true hope of the world. Until next time, keep creating with the King of Kings, and I will see you on the next video.